That's what I like. That's what I like. That's what I love about you.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Liam, and I'm back again with another video. I know it's been about 4 months since I last posted. My last video was my 1 year on T, and yeah. So I just wanted to get on here and give y'all a little light. I just wanted to get on here and give y'all a little life update on what's been going on. So where do I start, man? I mean, let me get into the biggest one, I guess. My mom is back in my life. It sounds really crazy for me to say that, because, I mean, 4 months ago, if you look at my 1 year video, I mean, let me just play the clip. I just hope she'd come around. She missed out on a lot with Sylvia. I don't want her to miss out on all the great things that I, Liam, am going to achieve. I was just depressed, man. I know, man. It's hard when you don't have a parent, whether you try to fight it or not. For so long, I tried to be so tough and strong and pretend like it was whatever. Everybody knew me, you know, I would make jokes about it. But obviously, as I showed you on that 1 year video, it would get to me more often than I thought it did. But man, May 10th is Mexican Mother's Day, and that day, before that, I kind of had already planned to kind of do something for her, but I wasn't too sure if I was or wasn't. My plans were to like write her a letter and send her flowers and call it a day and hope for the best, and I was gonna leave her my number and hope she texted me. But then that day, I don't know, I typed it out on the laptop. I speak great Spanish. I'm like fluent, but I don't know how to spell that good in Spanish, so I had to, you know, Google Translate that stuff. And so I Google Translated it, and I just copied and pasted it onto my laptop, and then I closed it because I didn't know what I was gonna do. If I was gonna copy it down and write on a piece of paper or just print it or what. And then that day I didn't do anything. It was like 8 at night, and our friends were coming over, and I think Kai and Serena, they were already here. So I was like, you know what? Before I get my night started, I'm just gonna do it. And I opened my laptop, I copied everything I had, and I pasted it on Facebook, on Facebook Messenger, and I just hit send, and I sent it to my mom. And from there, I closed my laptop and I told Kai, hey, let's run to the store right quick. I need to get me a drink or something. So we left, and I told him, I was like, yo, like, I just messaged my mom. And I don't know, I'm mentally prepared for the worst. I think we'll get to that. I'm mentally prepared for the worst, obviously, because after 4 years, I just kept getting rejected. I tried before, but, you know, it wasn't as intense as I tried this time. Like, it wasn't intense as, like, in this message. Back then, it was just like, oh, I sent her a gift, but I would just leave it at her doorstep, or I'd text her, just be like, hey. You know, it wasn't really, like, it was, but it wasn't. I don't know. So when we made it back home, I opened up the laptop, and I seen she responded. And now I'm not going to sit here and be like that the message was like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this day, I miss you. None of that. Obviously, it was like we were kind of arguing back and forth, but it wasn't like how we used to argue back then. It was just more like actually finally talking and getting... I was expressing my feelings, she was expressing her feelings, and then we left it at that. Saturday came around. We kind of still continued the back and forth kind of thing. And then Sunday was obviously Mother's Day here in the United States. So I was messaging her and I told her, hey, today I'm gonna pass by and I'm gonna leave you something. My plan was just to leave some flowers at her doorstep because I told her, I said, hey, I'm gonna leave you something, but you don't have to see me. And her response was that she was gonna give me a big hug, and from there, I was nervous. I was low-key delaying me going to get them flowers, going to see her. I was just scared. Like, it's been 4 years. What am I supposed? I don't know. So I did it, and once I got to my parents' house, I see my dad outside. He looked a little confused as to what I was doing there, and I showed him the flowers. I said, hey, we've been kind of talking, and I want to give her the flowers, even though my knees were shaking. So once I started, I got to the garage, I opened that door, and I just walked until I found her, and I heard her in the room, and I was like, Mom. And I was just walking like this. Mom. And I got to where she was, and she looks at me, and she smiles, and I'm just like... I was just like, yo, I don't know. I was speechless. I mean, both of us were speechless. We just stood there and we hugged for maybe like 10 minutes. I was getting tired. We hugged, and then out of nowhere we snapped, and it was like these 4 years didn't happen. And then me and Vass stayed there we got there like 6:30, and we stayed there till like midnight because she was just so happy to have us. She like didn't want us to leave. So yeah, and then I got home and I just started crying, and Val was confused, and I think I just mentally prepared for the worst, like I said before, that I didn't ever prepare for the good. I didn't know how to take these emotions in, so I was just crying. I didn't know how I was feeling. I didn't know if I was happy, if I was sad. Like, it's been 4 years, and we're just gonna sit here and pretend like we're good, or like, I don't know. But we're still talking. The relationship with me and my mom is going better than I ever expected it to go. She doesn't call me the wrong pronouns, but she doesn't call me the right pronouns. She just avoids using pronouns. She avoids calling me any kind of name. And yeah, it's been going good. That's that. And I hope it just stays like that, and I hope we never go through what we went through again, and from here on out, it's just time for me to get the rest of my family back, man. Like, she was the missing puzzle piece that I needed in my life, and now I got my wife, my friends, and now my family's about to be behind me, and that's an amazing feeling I have. But I don't know if some of the rest of the family is going to accept it or not, but all I needed was the acceptance from my mom, and I have that. So from here on out, but yeah, so that's just really the update I wanted to give, and then just wanted to check in. I have a couple questions that some of y'all been asking. There's just random questions. I mean, it has to do with my transition, so I guess I'm going to answer them. Let me see. The first question I have is, do you go to the men's bathroom in an emergency? I know you wait till you get home. Yes, I do go to the men's bathroom when I just... Like, let's say that day we went out to eat, and I had, like, a sweet tea. Like, sweet tea, you know, that runs just right through your body, so if we don't go right home and we're going somewhere, then I kind of just rush to the restroom and hope for the best, hope there's no one in there, and just, I mean, literally just do what everybody does in the bedroom. Just go and get what I gotta do done and get out. But you know, you got some people at restaurants that don't be doing their jobs and they just sit there on their phone, so then it's like, whatever. I'm not getting into that. That happened to me before, and that was just very bad. Anyways, next question. What department do you get your clothes from? I get it from the men's section. I've grown. I used to get it from the little boys section, but now I don't fit none of that. I've gotten bigger, which that's is a good thing. A lot of people would think it's a bad thing, but it's a really good thing for me because I'd get very dysphoric when I didn't fit in some men's clothes, but now I do. So, next question is, are you happy with the person you've become? For sure. For sure. Especially now, like Liam had the braveness to message his mom and get her back in his life. Like, what? That just shows you, like, the whole other person that I am. I'm so outspoken now. Something don't feel right, something don't sit right with me, I speak it. And I mean, some people claim that it comes off as rude now, but I mean, y'all just weren't used to me being open and me actually saying how my feelings were. So yeah, nigga, stop biting your ball. You're always interrupting my videos, boy. Sorry guys, I had to turn the light on because it's getting dark outside, so that natural light was kind of disappearing. But and then I had to make sure we were still recording, and then made sure I still had some battery. The second question is, how did you feel when you start to notice your mom didn't want to accept you for who you are? Let me put it this way. Before I noticed she didn't accept me for who I was, I just knew she wouldn't. I just hoped she did. But sadly, when you're Hispanic, you grow up. Hispanics are very black and white. There's no gray area. They make it seem like there's no gray area, I should say, because some parents do accept their kids the second they come out as gay, or accept their kid for whoever they are because that's their kid. No matter what, they're gonna love them no matter what. But you know, then you have your truly like Mexican people where it's just black and white, and you know what's right, what's wrong, and you know if you fall in that wrong category, then that's it. So ever since I not really figured it out, but when I knew that I was different, I tried to kind of not be it because I just knew what the outcome was going to be. Next question is, random life event, I chopped off all my hair. Anyways, back to these questions. What made you know you liked girls? Honestly, like most of these questions, I don't know how to answer that because alright, y'all, I gotta go. My door is man. Okay, that's weird. It was just different. Like, I remember starting pre-K. Like, I don't know why, but that's like pre-K. I remember clearly when I finally got over crying because my mom was leaving me at school or whatever. We would play kitchen, and I would always sign up to play the brother or the dad or whatever male figure it was, but don't ever claim me as being the mom. I would freak out, like, no, don't. I would be any male you need me to be, and that's who I'm gonna be. And from it just kind of, there was always more of a connection with me towards girls, and it was more like opposites attract in a way. I don't know, like with dudes it was like, yeah, whatever, like, get out my face. But with girls it was like, I don't know how to explain it. I just knew. It's really, I don't know, I just knew. I just knew. And then the last one is, if I want to come out to my parents, how should I tell them? Man, I would say it depends on how your parents are. You know your parents better than anyone does. So, like, for instance, I knew my mom wasn't going to be okay with it, so that's why I had planned to tell her when I was, like, leaving the house. I just run away from my problems. I don't know. I'm working on that. I would say just try to figure out what's best for them, how they will take it the best, and just be safe. That's mainly my main thing. Just be safe. And yeah, man. I hope that helps. I'm not much help on coming out because I did it horribly. But anyways, guys, that's all the questions I have right now, and I think that's all the life updates I have. And, well, the other life update's not really a life update unless you follow me on, like, if you follow me on Instagram, it's not. But if you want to cop yourself one of these rare clothing, I'm going to drop the link down on the description video if you want one of these. If you want a shirt, they got lanyards, they got a hat. Let me show you a hat. Bam! It's rare. On the back it says one of a kind. They have cool freaking shirts. They have, I think, like muscle shirts, hats, these kinds. He recently came out with some joggers, a bunch of stuff. Go check them out. The link's gonna be in the description. And if you want something, use my code. Just use my name, Liam, and you'll get a 15% off. And yeah, that's mainly it. That's all I have for you. So if you're new to this channel and you were just checking in, I don't know how'd you get to this video, but I know seeing me now, you're like, I should probably just subscribe to this video. So I'll subscribe to this YouTube channel. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, drop me a comment down below, ask me some questions. Obviously, I'm great at answering them. And hit that notification bell button so you'll be notified when I post a new video, because I promise new videos will come, and I pinky promise. That was my pinky. Pinky promise.
It's okay, no matter if you're straight, bi, trans, queer, or gay. You are worth it and you're beautiful. You're far from the usual. Your life is also worth it because you are free.